All right, just getting everything connected. We'll get started shortly. Helen, how are you doing? Great to see you, and thank you for the cookies. Always make me smile to see those chocolate chip cookies next to your name. Leslie, hello, hello. Hope you're well. Hello, Wendy. Great to see you. Hope everything's going well. It's still in the middle of the night for you, if I remember correctly. 1:01 a.m. I think I remember your time zone correctly. Hey, hello from Delaware. Shirley, welcome. Glad that you're here. No worries, you're here for a reason, right? Aren't we all? Olga, great to see you. Oh, beautiful. Sue Marie, good to see you too. Me, I'm doing all right. I'm happy tomorrow's Friday. Although I can't believe another week has gone by so quickly already. Much love to you too, Olga. Garth from Canada, hello and welcome. I know it's been a week. I'm ready. I'm ready for the weekend too. Definitely ready for the weekend. I think probably the thing that I appreciate the most in the weekend is not having to wake up at 6 a.m. Probably wake up at 7. All right, so we'll get started shortly here. Give it just one more minute and we'll start our evening together. Right, Olga? Isn't sleeping in like such a luxury these days? I don't know about you, but I think the definition of being rich is if you can sleep in. Jessica Beck on YouTube, hello and welcome. Deanne, hello from Canada. All right, everyone. So we'll get started with our evening now. Looks like we got everything connected and we got most of the people here. So this evening, what we're going to do is we're going to do my little event called Whispers from Spirit. And the event got its name because when I particularly remember being in New Orleans and walking around the cemetery that is the final resting place of Marie Laveau, I could hear whispers. And I don't know if you've ever been to New Orleans, but a lot of the cemeteries are above ground, sort of like these mounds of stone and brick, um, and like these mausoleum type graves as well. Old, ancient energy. Like you can just walk by there, and I swear you could just take a bench and sit and listen and hear their stories even today. And whenever I'm doing any type of events or readings, it's those whispers that I'm really paying close attention to. You often see me, going through a reading and quoting, right? It's because I'm actually hearing them, hearing their words speaking through me. So, Whispers from Spirit, that's the name. So, a few more shout outs and we shall start. Liz from New Zealand, hello and welcome. Victoria from Australia. Blair, hello. Lily from England. Tyler from New Jersey. Oh, D, go take care of yourself, okay? All right. Much love to you, D. Sam Kennedy, hello. All right. Anastasia Gilmore. Great to see you with those cookies. Christina, great to see you. Maria, great to see you. Oh, Julia Roberts from Alaska. Just sounds cold. All right, so remember to like and share out. At the end of the event, I'll be giving out a free private reading. So for this event, we're going to be doing a mediumistic type gallery reading. Okay, so I'm going to open up. I'm going to have spirit come to me. Okay, I don't have control of which spirit can blend with my energy at this very moment. So it might not be someone you're expecting. And that's nothing to do with you. It's everything to do with my energetic state and how spirit can interact with that. Okay. So even if you are hoping someone comes to you, and it happens to be someone else, it happens quite a lot. The important thing is that we are gracious and welcoming to our spirit friends. And we really respect their time and energy for making the effort to be here as well. So remember, you should take 80 to 90% of the information. I'm going to do my very best to interpret the signs and the symbols that I'm seeing. Make sure that you comment in the chat if you can validate any of the people coming forward. The key validations are really, really important to absolutely make sure that we're with the correct people here, and obviously indicate in the chat if you believe the spirit person to be for you. Okay. And don't make the information fit. If it's wrong, it's wrong. It's not a big deal. Sometimes I interpret things incorrectly. It's not to say that it's not spirit's fault. It's my ability to, my humanness can sometimes get in the way, and I might mistaken, silver for gold, for example, that sort of thing. But I shall do my very best. Okay. All right. So we'll get started now. Just allow me a moment of peace while I blend with the spirit world. Okay. While I'm doing so, make sure you like and share, and we'll pick a winner at the end. Okay, so as I'm blending with spirit, I'm immediately seeing I'm seeing a beautiful woman. I would like to say that the way that she presents herself to me, almost like she's wearing the type of like spring or summer dress, and I'm seeing kind of a large sun hat as well. Okay. Um, she's not that old. Okay, I would place her age in her 50s to 60s. Okay. Um, and she also presents to me as being on the thin side, right? So as I'm observing her, I can see that her frame, I wouldn't call her too fragile, but she's a thin woman, and you could see, like, particularly like when I'm looking at her, I could see like the lines like in the cheek, right? Okay. So these are memories that you would have of her, and you would recognize her. in this way. Let me go a little further with her. Um, and as I do so, I hear the words college from her, okay? Um, okay, so, she tells me that the two of you were friends during college, okay? Um, and I'm hearing jokester, trickster, uh, that she was mostly the one like playing jokes on you, right? Um, so like, and she just like makes me laugh. She's a delight. She's a beautiful woman. Um, it's for what it's worth, she's saying, remember, don't inhale. Okay. So this would be something that you would remember. This would be some sort of significant evidence for you. Okay. Um, if any of you can recognize this woman at this point, please let me know in the chat. Um, I do understand on occasion if people don't come forward because it's a public forum. If you want to keep it private, make sure you send me a direct message. Since I am conducting the live and I don't have any assistance, I'll be checking those afterwards. So it helps everyone if you can respond in the chat if possible. Okay. Um, okay. So let me know if the color of her hair, she presents to me as being like it looks like a darker blonde or dirty blonde or very, very light brown. Um, somewhere in that color palette is what I'm seeing from her. Okay. Um, she also shows me as I'm asking to see her hair, she also shows me red lipstick or red kind of like lip gloss. Um, she also lets me know that she hated math for what that's worth. Okay. um, so as I'm going forward with her, um, I'm mm, there's also something about the two of you being in a red vehicle, red car, and the way that she presents it, it's like a convertible, and it's like tops up kind of thing, like freedom. Like it feels like freedom. It feels okay, and a lot of the information that she's showing me right now is sort of like to remind you of that feeling, to remind you of you know what it felt like just to be free and carefree for a moment, and how the two of you, kind of, she's like had the time of our lives, right? Um, no, as I'm going a little deeper with her and I'm getting some information, um, she does let me know that she was a smoker, and that towards the end of her life, she did start to have a raspy type voice. Okay. Um, ultimately, what she's telling me or what she's presenting to me, it was a heart issue or some type of congestive heart failure. Okay. So she would like to say like it wasn't a drawn out process. Okay. It wasn't super incredibly fast, but it wasn't drawn out either. Okay. So that's the information that she's given me about that. Um, let me know if anyone can take her in the chat. If not, definitely send me a private message when you can resonate with her. Tyler. All right. So I'm going to thank her for coming. I'm going to give her my blessings and my love. Okay. Okay. Let's see. And just a few more shout outs before I keep continuing. Christina, Denise Thomas Moore, Kelsey, Laura, Linda. It's great to be here. So, okay. So let's get back to it. Um, and Olga, if that does sound like anyone you know, definitely let us know in the chat. All right, so I shall continue. Okay, so as I'm bringing my attention back to the spirit world, um, a male presence is coming forward. I'm seeing him as fairly elderly. Um, I'm just work on getting this connection just a little bit stronger here. Okay, so I see him. Okay, 70s, 80s, 80-year-old. Um, he has very thinning hair. He's bald on the top. Oftentimes, you would remember him to like be really like kind of like unkempt with his hair, right? So like it would be like he would do this weird thing off the side of his head, where I mean, like it's like kind of like flowing, wisping hair all the time. Anyway, from your memory, but you would actually have it remember like have it like part of it like stick out or like part of it on the side of his head. Um, you would remember that, okay? Um, you also remember that there were issues walking. So he's showing me kind of like he's hunched over. I'm seeing a cane. I'm also seeing hmm, it's something. What's green? It's like a green sweater. It's like a green knit sweater. Okay, so I mean these are specific things that you would remember from this gentleman as is. Uh, so let me go a little bit further with him. Let me describe him a little bit more. Uh, okay, so like you would remember like looking at his hand and kind of like I don't know, like seeing like his knuckles like larger than they should be. Um, like he couldn't close his hand all the way. Like there was some type of like pronounced arthritis, and it feels like it would be in the right hand. Um, and when I'm asking, like what he did, I'm getting at first I was getting sort of like these overtones to service, but now I'm hearing like the word like factory, machinery, this sort of thing. Okay. Um, in the chat, let me know if anyone can resonate with him. He would oftentimes remember going over to his house, um, and like seeing him kind of like read a newspaper. Okay. So Murray, you can take some of this. That the labor was construction labor. Is that correct? Does the rest of the information fit? So, as I'm looking at them further, um, and waiting for the chat to, okay, so you can resonate with him. Okay. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for validating that. So you would remember the hair, the description, like the difficulty walking, that sort of thing. Okay. Okay. So let me go. It looks like we have Laura and Marie that can take him, possibly Jessica. Uh, the height, I don't see the height because he's hunched over to me. So Marie can take all of it at this point. Okay. So I do think I feel a pull towards you, Marie. So I'm gonna go a little bit further. You let me know if you're still in with this gentleman. Um, okay, so I'm also as I'm asking him, what what was going on, like what was he doing, and what you would recognize. I mean, he actually shows me that there was some sort of um, just say it almost like work related accident, like something like initiated, kind of like the down turn like on his hand, it was broken or it was crushed at one point, and like it kind of like never was the same after that. Um, so like he lets me know that he was in quite a bit of pain, for the later part of his days. Just from being worn down from being sustaining some of these injuries during his work. um, okay, Laura, I got you. Okay. All right, so I'll go a little bit further. uh, Let me know if you can still take all of it, Marie. So yes, he did hurt his hand. Okay. I thank everyone for responding, but it definitely feels like I'm with Marie here, and she can take 100% of the information. Okay. Uh, all right. So, as I'm going further, and I'm going to just pardon me for a moment. I'm blending with him again, Marie. Okay. And Marie, would you recognize him to be your grandfather? Because I'm getting like this type of energy that reminds me of like going to grandpa's house, this sort of thing. It feels very it was your dad. Okay. Thank you for that. So, okay. All right, let me just resync my energy a bit with him. I think the connection is fading a little bit, to be honest, but I'll see if I can get any more information from him before the connection's completely gone. Um, Definitely feels very, very protective. Okay. That fatherly type of connection is definitely very, very present with him. Um, hmm. So, okay. So let me see if I can get a message for you. Like, because right now the information that I got from him is the kind of thing that it's like no one better mess with her. It might be like like I'm in spirit, but I can still be there. Like I could still be like that force to be reckoned with, kind of energy. Um, like I feel that he would you know step in front of like anything to protect you. Okay, that he was very fierce this way. At least that's way he's coming across right now. Um, okay, so as I'm asking him for a message or to give you a little bit of something here, he's showing me a time where you were holding his hand, uh, and it's like you were holding, I guess, one hand with both hands, um, and I see a tear go down his face, and he's letting me know. He's like, the emotions are getting to me now. That he'll always be there for you. This is what I'm getting. That that there's also this type of say like almost apologetic, like he wishes that he did a bit more, or he could have done a bit more. Um, but ultimately, he wants to let you know that you know he is with you every step of the way. Okay, Marie. That you know, despite like how you might remember him, that he's ultimately well in the spirit world. That he's strong. That he's there, and whatever you need, he's letting me know. Just say his name. Okay. All right. So, and for what it's worth, one of the last words I just heard from him was pumpkin. So I'm going to leave you with that, Marie. I do feel that my connection with him has faded. Um, I will say, as I was trying to interpret his symbolisms, his signs, they kept coming like really, really rapidly. Like he was very, very, into the connection very, very much to, I don't know, his excitement to be here is what I think it was, right? Um, and one of the last things I did hear from you was, I never left your side. Okay. And I think that's a good thing to remember for all of us, as well as once spirit does transition into the etheric, they're right here. you know they're right next, they can be right next to us. Just because we can't see them doesn't mean they're not there. Okay. So that's part of the message that's coming forward, Marie, is that he's always been there. Okay. And I feel like there's a little bit of a makeup doing, like he's trying to do a little bit more. Okay. So definitely accept his help. Okay. um, Very much, letting me know that he can be called upon. Okay. So if you got any troubles throughout your days, Mary, just call upon him. Okay. Like, he'll jump at the opportunity to help you. Okay. All right. Much love. All right. Let me say hello to a few more people. Suzanne, good evening to you as well. Yolanda, Mimi Mendoza, great to see you. All right. All right. So we shall continue. Okay. Let me clear my head a little bit. The emotions definitely linger on a little bit. We need to do some grounding afterwards and cord cutting, but that's all part of it. Elisa, hello and welcome. All right, so let us continue. So remember to like and share. I'll be giving away a free private reading at the end to the people that have liked and shared. So if you haven't done so, make sure you do that. Um, you have a very good chance of winning a private reading. Okay. All right. So let me draw my attention back to our spirit friends. There's a lot. There's a lot of them. I'm having trouble sorting them out, actually. Precious Flores. Yeah, YouTube hasn't really grown much, but Facebook's almost at 20,000 now. Okay. So, okay. So I am drawing my attention again to the spirit world. I have a few that are trying to come through. Let me see if I can help them along the way to blend my energy, to raise myself up so they can raise their energy down just a touch. Okay. So, okay. So I'm seeing an elderly woman that is taking stage at this point. Um, she presents to me curly hair. I would like to say that she's a little bit on the shorter side. Um, you would remember like her always having like this apron on. Looks like it has sort of like a floral print to the apron. Okay. Um, and I think what's interesting is that, like she's showing me that it's like almost like her uniform. It was like the way that she was like marching around the house. It's like she kind of like always had the apron on. She had her shirt tucked underneath it. Um, whatever that may have been, but it's like look like sweaters were pretty common with her. Um, and as I'm going a little bit further with her, asking her to bring forward some important information, some validations for us. Um, hmm. As I do so, the first thing that comes to my mind um, is actually like a chocolate chip cookie, surprisingly enough. Um, so this would be significant to you. Okay. It's either a cookie or a chocolate chip cookie. To me, it looked like a chocolate chip cookie. Okay. She said, those my favorite. Okay. So this is something that, okay, so she tells me she's quite proud of it. She says that no one could make a better one than she could. Okay. So she had quite a bit of pride um, with these cookies. Um, and well, she's actually matter of factly telling me, she's like, well, they are the best. Don't even question it. So this is the type of woman that she is. She's very like direct, but she also has like this humor to her, right? She's got a little bit of a chuckle. But it's like it's almost like a serious type chuckle. It's like, well, they are delicious. We all know that. um, so as I'm observing her and going a little bit further with her, um, you know, you would also have memories of a wooden cooking spoon. Okay. Um, I'm also seeing like her waving it around. So okay. It may have also been tossed at you a few times. No, it was tossed at you a few times. um, so, as is, can anyone take this beautiful, matter of factly, lovely woman with pride for her cookies? Um, this is a good point. So let me go a little bit further with her. Who wouldn't spin the smack Clayton? I love you guys. All right, so let me go a little bit further. Let me get some more. exact information. Looks like we may be with a few people here. Um, okay. All right. So, as I'm asking her for more information, she does bring my attention to, what looks like a almost like a tarnished silver ring. And she's like, if you need any more information, like she does this thing where she like rips up like part of her teeth, like she got dentures. Um, doesn't seem to be like it seems to be like on one side mostly, right? Like is what I'm seeing. Uh, so if I'm with you, you would remember this. Okay. Let me go a bit further. Mm. I'm also seeing like she's like she got like one of these like shopping baskets that's got wheels on it, like these like trolley type of shopping basket. Okay. Um, it and as I'm watching her, walking with this cart, she's like, well, it makes great support too. Like it would like help her get around at the same rate. Um, okay. Um, hmm. Okay. So before my energy drops with her, uh, let me know in the chat. I'm going to try to get some really specific information at this moment. Um, okay. So she presents to me um, what appears to be a black and gold cross or some type of black and gold like religious type symbol. It looks like a cross to me. Like it was like the cross that might be like on a coffin and then on your wall afterwards. So this sort of artifact. Does this resonate with anyone here? The chat is off the hook today. Look at everybody. Okay, so does this appear to be someone that Olga and Kelsey you both know? Christina Parker also. Okay, so Kelsey, does so you would say Kelsey 80 to 90% of the information reminds you of grandma? Is that right? And I think what's particularly funny about when I said your name is she kind of like tongued like her dentures like this, like she was about to like pop them out. So, I this is not something I do. I don't have dentures. So this would be something that you would remember, okay? Bible school, okay. So So the cross does make significant sense then to me. Um, okay, so let me see what message she would have for you then. Thank you for confirming the tongue-in-cheek movement, Kelsey. Thank you for that. I think that was, the specific information that I was looking for here. Um, so I'm going to ask her for a message for you. Okay, let me try to get a strong connection with her before I do so. And as I'm doing so, there's kind of like this almost like discussion with her, like you should be making like the cookies more. Okay, that but also like despite like her joking about baking and all that, uh, she wants to let you know that like she's there with you when you're feeling sad, um, and she wishes that she could help more. That hmm, that you feel her occasionally. Oh, okay, you also smell like smells remind you of her too, right? Um, and she's also letting me know that when she's around, she's gonna be showing you like the number 4. Okay, that she's drawn the 4s. Okay, so I want you to hold on to that. So whenever you're drawing your attention to number 4s or things coming in 4, uh, I very, very much feel like this is from her to get your attention. Okay. And oftentimes, spirit will do this uh, to try to communicate with us. Okay. They try to communicate with us through, things that we know. Repeating numbers is very common. Um, I find different spirits resonate with different ones, and she is resonating with the number 4 to me. Okay. Um, and also something about like picking up change whenever you see it. Like I see her picking up a penny. Okay. So whatever that means to you, this is your message. So you did see 444 today and you had the chills at the same time. Thank you, Spirit. Yes. So this is what we want to see. Okay. This is to me, this is validation that she's absolutely here today. Okay. And definitely around you today, kind of like waiting for this evening to start to come forward. Okay. So I think the fact that, she showed me, the repeating 4s on her way out really validates that she's here for you. Okay. And can I just say, I love her. I adore her. I want to try her cookies. So I'm going to thank her for coming and give her my love. And I thank you, Kelsey, for sharing her with us. She's quite lovely. All right, let's see if we can do one more. But no one can make the cookies to this day. That's hilarious. I love it. Love it. Thank you, Kelsey. Always remember that, she's there. Spirit's there. Okay. So let me draw my attention back to Spirit. So with this last one, I'm going to have to muster up a little bit of energy. Mimi, I have once. Okay. I'm still like having like too many coming in at the same time. So let me try to sort them out. Okay. So immediately I feel, well, I'm not that I feel it, like I hear it's dad. Okay. So even before descriptions given, this guy's like stepping forward into spirit and he's like, it's dad. He presents to me as being a really strong character. Um, Specifically, you would remember like his arms being like exceptionally strong is what I'm seeing. Like really like strong arms, strong forearms. Um, does seem to be presenting to me um, kind of like scruff. Um, he's got it's either black or really dark brown hair, um, and a mustache. And I'm seeing like this mustache. Okay. Um, you would remember like actually like how like the stubble felt in your face and how it was like really really rough, is the feeling that I'm getting. um, and like he would make a joke of it, like he would do this kind of thing like on your face, and the image I'm seeing is, oh daddy stop, like like you're just laughing like this, you being daddy's girl here, and he's just like tossing you up in the air and having all kinds of fun with you. um, So as I'm going as a bit deeper with him, let me describe what I'm seeing. Um, I'm seeing that he wasn't in the house very much. That he was busy with work most of the time, or he's out of the house. Um, but when he did get home, I mean, you would recognize that he did appear to be like quite exhausted, but he always made the effort to have some time with you. Always made the effort to you know let you know that he loved you. Um, he lets me know that he tucked you into bed. He gave you a kiss on your forehead. Okay. And I'm seeing like your room at the time. Like I'm seeing a yellow blanket for what it's worth. Um, he also lets me know that for the nights where you were already asleep, that he did come in and he still gave you a kiss. He says he never forgot to give you that kiss. Okay. And that he still does. Um, okay, so as I'm going a little further with him, um, just like really rough around the edges, kind of like guy, but super sweet to you. Like he wouldn't say no to you at all. If you wanted to sit down and play tea or dolls, he'd be there. But like I could see him making a joke of it too. Um, However, he tells me tea is a serious thing. At this point, can anyone place this gentleman, as your father? Okay, let's see. Alisa. So this does sound like your father, Alisa. Oh, Patty Moore. Much love to you. I'm gonna be giving a cards next, so no worries. Okay. Okay, thank you, Elisa, for confirming that. Um, so as I'm watching, you know, I'm trying to get some information, but right now he's presenting to me as being like teared up, right? Um, and he likes being remembered as like the big strong type of guy. Okay, so whenever I'm asking him to kind of like show me something else, like this is like the image that he wants people to remember him. This is how he wants to be remembered. Is like you know being that big tough guy. Okay, so he was not home alone. You can confirm that. Okay, so you say he was a fireman. Okay, makes sense. Um, there's okay, so I also see imagery of almost like I like hear like the words daddy daughter day kind of thing, right? Where it's like you're like riding on top of him, like it's like he's holding your legs like this, and it's like you would have memories of going to the carnival at this park, or I, the information is just not coming across as clear as I'd like at the moment, but I think it's because of his emotions. You were daddy's girl. Beautiful. Thank you. Okay. Um, hmm. So, like, so you do remember the carnivals too. He took you every weekend. It's like your special day. It's kind of like what he told me, like daddy daughter day kind of thing. Fairs, carnivals, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for confirming that. Um, he's going quiet now. Let me see if I can get a little bit more for you. I'm a little struggling towards the end. My energy's a bit low. Um, and there's also this type of where he'd spoil you too, right? And like, or specifically like spoil you, like when he was like alone with you, kind of like, shh, don't tell your mom, kind of thing, right? Okay. Um, specific. I mean, to me, this looks like cotton candy, like pink cotton candy. It's either pink cotton candy or some type of large, like pink lollipop thing, where like he kind of like told you, like, don't tell anyone, don't tell anyone I got you this. Okay. And he's like, I wish I could still spoil you. So as my energy is fading, and it looks like you've taken all the information here. I'm going to see if there's a message that he'd like to give you. And immediately as I do that, I hear the words "never give up." So maybe if there's anything that you've been thinking about for giving up, don't give up hope. Specifically, hope. Okay. It's like my little girl doesn't give up hope. Okay. And I think that's specifically interesting because like he's coming across very, very strong, very demanding that. Okay, that you keep that straight, all right? That you don't give up hope, that you don't fall into any types of sadness or depressions or anything like that. It's like you're better than that. You know better is the kind of words I'm hearing, okay? But specifically hope. He comes bearing the message not to give up hope. Okay? He wants you to know that you've got this, that you can absolutely do, what's in front of you. Like, you're going to be fine are the words I hear. Okay? Just don't give up hope. All right, Alyssa? So I thank your father for coming forward today, and I thank you for sharing your father with us. He's a wonderfully, beautifully strong, protective man, and he's always with you. Okay, love? So I give him my thanks and my love as well. Okay, so we're just about at an hour. So we're going to pick the winner shortly. A few more shout outs here. Yolanda, Jacqueline, great to see you both. So I'm going to do cards, but cards by number, okay? So I want you to pick 1, 2, 3, or 4, okay? What resonates with you this evening? Are you a 1, 2, 3, or 4? One, 2, 3, or 4. Messages for the highest and greatest good. My number ones have the breathe card. Okay. This is a theme that has come up today. Someone in the chat knows this card was pulled today. This lets us know to kind of like take a step back from all the chaos, to do some self-care, to not let the outside world overwhelm you. Okay, my number ones, if I'm pulling this card for you, my number ones, you may have a lot of anxieties. The week might be wearing down on you. You might be stressed. Okay, so my number one, spirit is saying, take some time to yourself, breathe, focus on that connection between mind, body, and soul. Okay, don't let all these pinned up energies saturate you. Make sure you breathe. I would say, and as I do so, like Spirit is saying to me, tell them to breathe in through the nose and exhale stress, exhale anxieties. Okay, my number ones. Don't forget to breathe. Self-care, my number one, self-care. My number twos, child's love card. Okay, so this card often will come forward when you need to play a little bit. If you have children, it's usually the connection between you and the children. If you don't, it's with your inner child, okay? And it's all about joy. I mean, if you look at the card itself, you'll notice that, the child is kind of like almost like the spirit of the woman, so to speak, right? And you see all these joyful symbols, radios, like musical notes, rainbows, and whatnot. So my number twos, don't take everything so seriously, my number two. Have some fun. Let that inner child out, okay? Sometimes if we don't have fun, don't allow ourselves to play a little bit or do something that we enjoy, it really wears us down, okay, number twos? So make sure that, my number twos definitely have some fun. All right, my number threes have the nature card, okay? So my number threes are specifically attuned to nature. Okay, whether that be out and about in nature, taking care of a house plant, whatever that is to you. Maybe it's breathing the fresh, cool air on a crisp morning. Whatever spectrum, whatever it is that resonates with you. My number three is about nature. This is your specific source for grounding. Okay. Maybe you need to take a moment throughout the day just to water the house plants, for example, in a meditative way. You know, as you do so, let the plants know that you love them. Okay. Ultimately, it's about nourishing your soul. It's about releasing negativities. It's about grounding. Okay. My number, it's also, I mean, like I also like to say that this is a self-help card as well. So my number threes, what I want my number threes to do moving forward for the rest of this week is to focus on grounding, do something meditative, make sure that you release any of those negativities back into the earth or out into nature. Okay. Nature will be your grounding source. Okay. My number threes, don't be so stressed. All right. My number fours. My number fours have the gratitude card. Okay. So my number fours, make sure that you give thanks and gratitude for all the blessings that you have received, are receiving, and will receive. Okay. For my number fours to realize their intentions, your wishes moving forward, you need to give thanks and gratitude for those that have already been realized. Okay. So give thanks to the universe, to spirit, to whomever that might be, for the blessings that you have received, are receiving, or will receive. Okay. Send that gratitude out into the universe. Okay. Let the universe know that, yes, what happened was very much appreciated, that we give thanks for those blessings. Okay. Send that gratitude out. Okay. So we can get more of that beautiful energy back into our lives and realizing our intentions. Okay. My number fours, giving that gratitude and thanks out to the universe and to spirit is going to help you realize the wishes and intentions that you have already set. Okay. So we want those to come true for you. So make sure that you give gratitude. All right. Okay. Much love. So let us pick a winner for the free private reading. Okay, so Claire Jones. We have landed on Claire Jones. So I need you to send me a message on my Facebook business page. I'll send you a link where you can book that free private reading, and yeah, we'll go from there. So everyone else, we will do another event. I believe either Saturday or Sunday. So stay tuned to and I'll let you guys know. It's either going to be Saturday or Sunday. All right, so everyone, love you bunches. Have a great day. Beautiful Friday. We did it, another week. All right, love you all. I'll see you all soon. All right, take care, everyone. Bye.